No.
Do not move Yuko back.
No!
Please don't use
I'm
Yuko back.
I'm
praying.
thinking
No.
Yuko at the bottom. I'm thinking
No.
Yuko at the
No!
bottom.
No!
Oh dear.
Bro,
The
I'm
legs!
thinking
Think
I'm
of the legs! Zero!
I'm
No.
thinking
What?
Yuko at the bottom.
Zero, no!
It's been done. It's been done.
Think of the
It's done.
legs!
It's done. It's done.
Zero.
No! No! Why?
Yoko stands. Sometimes you just gotta take them L's. Gotta learn from your boy. We get a massive tonal shift this week as things look grim for our cast. Main characters are born, and L's are handed out and received by one solitary individual. We start things off with potato camera quality, with someone from Fenix recording the actions of Ikki, Vice, and the whole of Weekend. For what purpose? We'll come to find out. Weekend as a whole has completely expanded. With the help of some Fenix fallouts, they've made shelters for those who are not siding with Fenix and their new Ararat structure. That looks like an arc. They're really going there. Led by Ninja Dad, we get a rousing speech broadcasted throughout, directly challenging Fenix, and that their last resort is for them to fight Gifu and not surrender to him. Ikki and Sakura ponder just what the hell Daiji is thinking. He's siding with the enemy, and his heel turn makes absolutely no sense. It's like, we get it, you're the weakest rider, so you obviously can't defeat Gifu yourself, but y'all now got new main character Hikaru, target brand Aguilera, and face shield Revice. It must suck to suck. We get, possibly, the final change to the intro, with old Weekend getting replaced with new Weekend, and the addition of Giffard Revice. And for some reason, Live and Evil are still in the intro, despite not being seen for months now. Ikki returns home, only to not realize that he's already starting to forget recent events, as Genta tries to lighten the mood in hopes of revisiting the hot springs once everything is said and done, but yeah, Ikki forgot about it, and he's not even in the picture for that day. It seems that using Giffard might be accelerating his memory decline. At Ararat, Vail is feeling lonely. Seems something happened off screen or something, because they aren't giving me the conflict resolution that I want. And he wants to join up with Daiji, since I guess the Genta saga was never a thing and we'll never get to see Kamen Rider Vail again in this show. I fucking hate this plot detail. So much wasted potential. Anyway, Daiji refuses his offer even though he is lacking a demon and has that option right there. Daiji just keeps making bad decisions. George brings some new goodies to Extra Crispy Daddy, since he feels he needs to cool off and chill and let him go ahead and take over. During the pleasantries, it appears that Fenix has a counteracting broadcast. See, that footage in the beginning of the episode is now being manipulated to showcase off that the Kamen Riders, as well as the Weekend, are actually the aggressors in the conflict, and thus the circle of misinformation and fake news are really going up to an 11 with this episode. Now, with declaring all-out war with the Weekend, the true madness begins. First and foremost, it looks like there is now a massive amount of Hell Giftarians mixed in with the Giftarians and the Gifu Juniors, as they strike an ambush on Weekend Mom and soon-to-be other casualties. Main character Hikaru shows up just to get the crap beaten out of him, like he should. Seeing it as a loss, they are ordered to retreat. However, Weekend Mom has found herself in a sticky situation. Y'all, they really killed someone. Okay, I gotta admit, that scene went pretty fucking hard. It really feels like the good guys are losing, as they all share in a moment of disbelief. But, good guy savior of us all, Daiji, takes it the hardest, seeing as this is now his time to bend the knee of all of Weekend for their own good. Main character Hikaru expresses his anger at losing his not mom to his not dad. But the mission is the mission, and he just has to learn to deal with the massive amounts of copium. Ikki and the gang show up to talk to the lead of the show, as he gets all the character development that he was severely lacking prior to this. It just took the trope of someone to die for that growth. Hopefully it pays off better than the one they gave to Maki. An awkward situation ensues with George finally talking to background character returned to the next to last layer, Hiromi. Since Hiromi is now as used up as an ever-ready battery now, he knows that he's no good for a henshin, but teases him with 2 more Demons Driver. These are the new mass production models that look exactly like the original. However, he wants Hiromi to be the overseeing commander of this new Demon squad and seek out ample candidates. With all that said, he finally apologizes for whoring out Hiromi to Vail, and he accepts. Remember Daiji?
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
I didn't. But yeah, he is slow walking to Weekend Base, taking on everyone and pleading his case to the civilians being protected there. However, they don't want to go with him, and it just becomes a giant fuck you Daiji fuckfest. Get fucked, Daiji! It gets so heated that someone Justin Bieber's the fuck out of his face. That's when he snaps. And Fallen Angel Live is here. Though I honestly don't know how he suddenly has all this power up, since he stands toe-to-toe with Aguilera, Genu, and Revice. Though the latter gets distracted with a Hell Giftarian, but after getting a rebound shot back at Daiji. Only for Gun. Y'all, this episode really felt like the conflict is really building. The good guys are losing ground, and the bad guys are playing dirty. But I had several oh shit moments while watching this. So you know what? It was a fun ride, so it's gonna be getting the Agito A. I finally learned Weekend's mom's name in this episode, with it being Kimiko, and they actually gave her some good moments in this episode. Though, as the weakest member of the Weekend, they really went out and killed her. But that was indeed a moment. Though the resulting character growth for Hikaru remains to be seen, I really feel like this should have been done in the opposite way, with her death being the reason why he would become ugly over demons. But I'll take the breadcrumbs. We get another revisit of Ikki's fated memory loss, with it now being pretty close to recent day, which means the payoff for it might be sooner rather than later. Honestly, my biggest dislike of this episode is that the Genta Vail saga is officially over. And the two never even met again, and I'm just frustrated with it all. There was so much potential for a Vail Genta arc that, it was just ruined in one sentence. Though if Vail does possess Daiji, it could be a way to circumvent not having Kagero, and thus being able to bring back evil and possibly give him a power-up from that, using maybe the Kabuto Vice stamp on the 2-side driver. Now that's a thought. Daiji is so determined to take at least 2 L's and make them into a dub. And it's just not working out for him. And he's also pissing off everyone in the process. I don't even love to hate Daiji, I just hate him. He's completely misunderstanding, but closed-minded enough that he won't even let folks explain themselves. But I feel that we already know that the gun thing at the end is probably going to be a fake out. Anyway, what are your thoughts on this week's Revice? Hiromi being relegated to the background, where he belongs. Daiji just being Daiji. Vail no longer concerning himself with Daddy Genta? Who's getting those 2 demons drivers? And Mama Weekend's death. With that being said, I am out of here. I gotta drink on some more Daiji tears. Until next time, bye. I need to make this official merch. I'm just saying.